What's going on, world? This is your boy, C. Moody, and today is February 2nd, 2017, and I'm here to give you another installment of Moody Talk. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you. I love these effects, man. But once again, man, this show is brought to you by Epic Entertainment. That's EPIC, Everyday People in Christ. Come get like us. Today I want to talk about some basketball. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's a couple of things I've been noticing going on in the basketball world. LeBron's been talking about how the Cavs, the defending champion Cavaliers, need help. Not only that, Carmelo, he's basically getting pushed out of New York. They're pretty much offering him up to anybody. Like, they've already offered him to the Clippers and was like, we don't need Blake Griffin. We don't need Chris Paul. You know, whatever you want to give us back for him, you know, it's fine. And the Cavs turned down Carmelo too. If that's not enough, Dwayne Wade and Jimmy Butler are not happy with their team. They're basically saying everyone else ain't playing hard enough. Basically saying they can't do it all. And Dwayne's like, it's a shame when I'm the one that cares more than these teams. And you know who didn't like that? Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo snapped back on him quick with a post showing him, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett basically saying these vets, they didn't have to go to the media. It's like if they wanted us to do it, they showed us how to do it. Which, a side note, he left out Ray Allen. Anyway, but I'm saying, the LeBron and them are still doing good. They're still top of the conference. Dwayne and Jimmy Butler, they did get a huge win over the Thunder last night with Russell Westbrook doing everything that he's going to do. But y'all want to know my thoughts on it? I personally feel as though LeBron's taking one last shot to try and make this super team. Like every so often you hear LeBron or Dwayne and them talk about how they wish to have a dream team with all their boys playing together. And then I remember seeing a video earlier this week about how, you know, Carmelo and LeBron have been boys since they both came into the league and they'll always be tight and all that. And I feel like this is their last shot at trying to put all their teams together. I know it's like, sounds far-fetched, it's kind of out of reach because, you know, you got to go through all these loops and holes with the GMs, the coaches, all this other stuff. I mean, even though LeBron acts like he's pretty much the general manager of the Cavaliers, he's not. He's just a player that they give a whole lot of power to. But that's just how I feel about it. I feel like they are low-key trying to take one last shot. Man, I wouldn't be surprised with LeBron James making his own team and putting them boys all together. But I know that's not going to happen. Being realistic, though, I do feel as though all of them are trying to plan to put something together. And the only person they're missing is Chris Paul. That's the only person I ever heard about because I remember in the last talks of Dream Teams, they always talk about all of them, Chris Paul, maybe somebody else I can't think of at the moment. But that's just how I feel. And once again, I just want to know your thoughts, how you feel about it, how you feel about where the Cavs are going this year, the Bulls are going this year, because I honestly thought that the Bulls was going to be a really good contending team. Not saying they're all the way out. I think they're at the bottom right now, though. But anything can happen. We haven't even made it to the All-Star weekend yet. And the New York Knicks, we'll just leave that alone. But $1 million question. This is what I really want to talk about today. Who is the greatest of all time? Now, lately, whenever I talk to anybody about it, the main conversation is between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. So it's pretty much between old and new. Even though there's some that's switch, some old people like LeBron, some new people like Michael better. But the bigger question is to figure out who is the greatest of all time, who is the GOAT, is what are all the requirements, what all qualifies you to be the greatest? Because if you want to look at efficiency as far as the finals, every time Jordan got to the finals, he won. He's 6 for 6. While LeBron is 3 for 6, I believe, right now. So because of that, Jordan currently has more titles. But LeBron probably going to be in the league a little bit longer. So it's a chance that he can definitely beat that. But when it comes to the team's dependency, I remember hearing this on ESPN a couple of weeks ago. When Jordan left the Bulls in one of his retirement periods, the Bulls still went to the playoffs. But when LeBron first left the Cavaliers, they looked like the 76ers. Like, they got horrible. The same situation happened when he left the Heat. None of them were as high of a caliber team without LeBron than teams were without Michael. So, and when it comes to breaking records, I mean, I don't know all the specific stats and record breaking, but I think LeBron currently has been breaking everything. I saw him pass Michael Jordan in a certain category maybe a week or two ago. So I would probably pin LeBron to be winning right now when it comes to records. And both of them, every time they get to the finals and they win the finals, they're the finals MVPs. So both of them has good efficiency as far as getting the MVPs there. But here's a stat that I found today. And if you know any more stats that can probably kind of separate them, kind of put one ahead of the other, please input it, give me a response. But here's a stat today that I found that Michael Jordan won Defensive Player of the Year in 1987 through 88. And I tried to look for LeBron's Defensive Player of the Year, and he came close in 2009. He was second. But he doesn't have one. So if we're looking at who qualifies to be the greatest of all time, who to be a GOAT, we have to look at offense and defense. And as far as, records are concerned, Michael actually has a Defensive Player of the Year award to add on to all his MVPs and scoring or whatever. And LeBron doesn't have it. So, but here's another thing that can also go into the argument. LeBron is a small forward. And everybody can agree that LeBron has probably played every position on the court multiple times. When Jordan's played, he's a shooting guard. And he's a guard. He plays shooting guard, point guard. And he might play small forward. But LeBron definitely has more roles on his hands. And maybe that's because, once again, it goes back onto the team's dependency of LeBron James versus Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was a key figure to a strong team, which LeBron James was the key figure to an average team. Which now I feel as though, well, definitely last year his team was a lot stronger, having a healthy Kyrie Irving, which is an excellent point guard, possibly another argument for who's the greatest point guard right now. J.R. Smith, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson, who was it? Timothy Mozgov. Yeah, they had a pretty good team. I mean, but without that, you can probably argue that they're an average team, with the exception of having Kyrie. Possibly Love on certain occasions. So, that's the difference. But anyway, I want to know, how do you feel? Who you think is the greatest of all time? And what happened to Kobe Bryant? Like, until Kobe retired, the argument was Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. But it seems as though after Kobe retired, Kobe's no longer in the picture for the greatest. Like, he's going to go down in his own category of Hall of Fame for being Kobe Bryant. But as far as the greatest, he's no longer even in the picture. That's what it seems like. So, those are my questions for today. Do you feel as though LeBron is somehow trying to make one last attempt for a super team? Because I feel as though it is a big coincidence that LeBron is arguing about his team needing help, and at the same time Dwayne is arguing about his team not helping or not caring enough. And then, of course, they're trying to get rid of Carmelo. So, is it coincidence, or is it really a plot for a super team in the future? Also, who do you feel as though is the greatest of all time? What requirements pushes who above who? Do you feel as though it's Michael Jordan, or do you feel as though it's LeBron James? And someone tell me what happened to Kobe Bryant. Why isn't he in the running? Because like I said, until he retired, everybody talked about him being the greatest. It was Kobe and Jordan, and then it was Kobe, Jordan, LeBron. So someone help me out with that. But that's all I wanted to talk about today, man. Give me some feedback, give me some comments, how you feel about it. Once again, this is the Moody Talk. You know what I'm saying? Coming by Epic Entertainment. That's EPIC. Everyday people in Christ. Come get like us. God bless. Be easy. I hope y'all ready for the Super Bowl coming up. You know what I'm talking about. If you know me, you know where I'm at. We gonna be watching it. What y'all gonna be doing? I think as though it's gonna be a good game anyway between two awesome quarterbacks, Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, the Patriots. It's like trying to be neutral, man. The New England Patriots, the Atlanta Falcons, man. I think it's going to be, even though both of them have pretty good defenses, I think it's going to be a scoring game. I don't know how high it's going to be, but I hope it is a shootout. I really hope both of them just throws for like 500 each. Like, I really just want to see some good scoring and real good competition, man. I hope it's not a blowout, man. Let this game be worth it. Yeah, that's it for me, y'all. God bless. Be easy.